Welcome to Restaurant Influencers presented by Entrepreneur. My name is Sean Walchef, founder of Cali BBQ and Cali BBQ Media. In life, in the restaurant business, and in the new creator economy, we learn through lessons and stories. I want to give a special shout out to Toast, our primary technology partner at our barbecue restaurants. They power so many of the restaurants that we have on this show. Thank you for believing in hospitality, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to have badass guests like we have today. Today's guest is Jason Udrea. You can find him at @JUdrea_. You can find his world's sickest pizza joint, PizzaHQ_ on Instagram as well. Jason, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, Sean? Awesome to be here, man. Appreciate it.
So, favorite random question: where in the world is your favorite stadium, stage, or venue?
So I'm an East Coast guy. Candidly, I'm not a huge sports fan. So I'm going to go with MSG here. MSG is MSG, right? It's, I've been to a few concerts there growing up and whatnot. And then, you can't go wrong with that answer.
Okay. We're going MSG. We're going to pack it. I'm going to talk to Entrepreneur, talk to Toast. We're going to fill it with people that listen to this show, people from all over the earth that care about hospitality storytelling, people that are creators, not just entrepreneurs, but online storytellers. And I'm going to give you the mic on center court. And I'm going to say, pitch us your crazy idea of building the world's sickest pizza joint. What is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So PizzaHQ, the idea of it came from, my partners and I were in the traditional pizza business. My background is food manufacturing, and then joined the restaurant industry. And, we had a traditional pizzeria. We built it up, high volume establishment. We were looking at scaling it to location 2, location 3, so forth and so on. And, with that was, eliminating the bottlenecks, putting systems behind it, really, creating a very lean process and, something that has scalability behind it. Some of the pain points that we had was, very skilled labor, especially with the pizza makers. It comes at a high price point with that labor, but also more so it's just very hard to find. Huge menu we had at the time. We were looking, okay, how do we eliminate some of these things? We brought, we tested a bunch of different equipment for automation, bringing it into the back of house. We slimmed down the menu to just pizza. That's all we do here. We're all about perfecting pizza. And what we did is, we brought this same product that, was loved by the neighborhood. Again, a very high volume establishment. We brought it at almost half the price point, much quicker speed, with a much easier back of house infrastructure and a lot of scalability behind it. So, PizzaHQ, we rely heavily on technology, heavily on back of house, automation and the newest trends in tech to bring, the most efficient, quickest, low cost pizza product that's, still not compromising the quality.
Where you're not pizza robots?
Pizza robots, baby. Yeah. We, I want to say, we're probably, you see it popping up a little bit now in the restaurant industry. I mean, a lot of this stuff on the food manufacturing side has been around in terms of the automation, right? But the restaurant industry, I think it just hit so recently. And we started here last May, so that's May 2022. And at the time, I think we were the only, or if not like one of the very first people bringing this side of technology on the restaurant side to pizza. So it started with again the skill side of pizza is stretching the dough, right? That's the hardest part. There's guys that worked for us that I couldn't sit there and fill their spot on a Friday night. It just is what it is, right? It's acquired skill. It takes years of experience, and it's not something we could train very easily. It's been a problem for us, right? It's very hard to find those guys. If you lose them, you get in a bad spot. So, that's the one thing we wanted to eliminate, and, not to eliminate the job behind that, but to be able to bring anyone into that role and train them on it, right? And be able to do that successfully. So, we tried a lot of different dough presses, right? What we didn't want to do was sacrifice quality, as I mentioned before. There's a lot of presses that you press it down and, it comes as like a frozen pizza or, that type of setting. We really wanted to keep the authenticity of New York style pizza and really mimic the same product that we had at the time. We were very successful with it. We wanted to keep that going. We didn't want to streamline this into, more of a commodity type product. So we tried many different dough presses. We went with Capone pizza press. Has a beveled edge. You have the crust. The plates are heated, and we were able to bring that into the process. And I mean, it fills in one of the hardest roles to secure. And then, followed by that, the pizza, you can see on our website or Instagram some of the renderings we had, but the pizza, goes down a conveyor, sauce, cheese is applied, toppings, pepperoni sliced fresh, goes on a pie. The user's inputting what type of pizza it is. And then from there, it goes into a conveyor oven. In the conveyor oven, traditional pizza, you have deck ovens, there's hot spots. On a Friday night when a door keeps opening, the temperatures fluctuate, it takes longer to cook. We partnered with Hot Rocks. We actually just installed our 6th oven here at our Woodland Park facility, and we have another 2 on order at a new facility that we're opening up shortly. And it's when you think of conveyor ovens, right? You think of some of the chains that use it where inside it's like a mesh, and it's like kind of like a convection cooked pizza. But Hot Rocks has a pretty unique product in the marketplace where once it gets onto the stone, it's actually cooking on black granite. And that stone follows it through, and it creates like a New York style crust, right? A crust that's authentic to our market here, which consumers expect. One thing that we said from the beginning, right? We're not going to be in business if the pizza's not good. That just is what it is, right? There's a very high expectation of quality and authenticity here. There's many different options, right? It's not like pizza's hard to come by. There's a pizzeria on every corner. We knew we had to put out a good quality product. It took a good amount of time and a lot of playing around with, different equipment vendors to build that back of house infrastructure. But yeah, I mean, jumping back to your original point, pizza robots. I mean, that's the idea behind it. We really wanted, tech driven, but very efficient back of house. And the idea that, like I said, one of our pillars is price. We're able to achieve a very low price point. Our cheese pizza is $10.99 for a large buy in the market here. On a low end, maybe starts at 15, goes up to 19. So it's priced very aggressively, and we're able to achieve that with really just again creating a very efficient product and just focusing solely on pizza.
So currently, you have one shop up and operating, and another shop that is soon to be open.
Yeah, we have this facility here in Woodland Park. This is our first facility. Again, we started, I guess, a little over a year ago, almost a year and a half. We have a second facility down in Roselle, New Jersey, which is, hopefully, deadlines are always pushed back. But, we're hoping like middle of October to really be up running there, starting with, 2 ovens, and then we'll ramp up. So that facility is a little larger. It's about 5,000 or 6,000 square feet. It was an old Dunkin' Donuts commissary, so it's pretty interesting. It's like a kind of production facility feel. It's built out, food grade, so it worked for us. And again, the idea is to shift some of the volume down there and just keep doing what we do.
Well, I think when you and I first connected, we jumped on a call. I don't remember how we found each other. A mutual friend, some connection, but I remember talking to you and knowing that you were thinking about things differently. I mean, you're not even calling them restaurants, they're facilities. And, I was telling you about the barbecue business that we were building, and we were removing seats in our restaurant and adding more smokers. And you were telling me about the automation and trying to, really get more quality pizza at a better price to more people in the local area. And we both connected on that. I'd love for you to talk a little bit about the economics behind why you're building this way and how someone that's listening to the show can possibly start to think a little bit differently about their business.
Yeah. The original spot that I was mentioning that, where the idea here started, has a dining room, and majority of the business though is delivery, pickup and delivery.
What's the percentage? 80%, 90%?
Yeah, probably about a little over 80% is pickup and delivery. Honestly, might even be a little higher than that. Once COVID hit, we installed new pizza ovens there, and kind of took a little bit away from the dining room. So that number might have dropped a little bit on the dine-in side. But with dine-in, one of the, like I said, my background is food manufacturing. One of the things I really liked about coming to the restaurant business was being able to interact with the guests. So I do enjoy it. I enjoy the dining aspect of it. Being able to talk to people and sit down at their table and really having that one-on-one interaction. But just, going back to the economic side of it, right? You can only turn over a table within, so much time, right? And, each ticket's your ticket price. Whereas delivery and pickup, I mean, it's as much as your kitchen can handle, you can push out there. And, what we saw is, like I said, we added more pizza ovens there. We enhanced the, back of house infrastructure as much as we can to accommodate more volume. And there became a point where we got tapped out. On a Friday night, we had 4 pizza guys, and I mean, cranking. It's very hard, to keep adding to it. You start to run into mistakes and bottlenecks. But we built this over here. We don't offer any dining. It's just pick up and delivery. And it's a little bit of a different model and a little different, like, avatar for a customer. But what we want is affordable pizza, right? We bring pizza down to the price we feel it should be. Pizza's probably, I'd say, one of the highest margin items on, like, traditional pizzeria menu. We built our back of house here to, like, really not have those peak pain points on those peak hours. Our back of house here, with the 6 ovens, I mean, we can run close to 660. I mean, it's our forecast, right? We'll see next week when we really start pushing it out, but we can run about 660 pies an hour. We do have business also with, like, some, we have corporate accounts and, some other customers that, really enable us to push that kind of throughput out. But on a Friday night, there's never a 2-hour wait or an hour and a half wait for delivery. It's half an hour. We're out at your door. Pickup is always 15 minutes, and it doesn't matter, right? Ticket comes in, dough gets pressed, goes through, and we, within that amount of time, it's at the end of the oven, and our customer's ready to pick it up. So, that was something that was very, we relied on heavily when building this model is, being able to, again, on a Friday night, have a pizza in half an hour over here. It's hard to get, let alone being able to have 5 pizzas or 8 pizzas, within that time, and being able to accommodate the customer like that. Back to the economics, like I said, we took dining out of the equation. We just offer pickup and delivery, and, with being able to just have this kind of back of house infrastructure, it enables better economics, right? Labor is reduced. There's less bottlenecks in the process. And we're able to, again, just do what we do best, is just make pizza and make it as efficient and cost effective as possible.
How do you get corporate accounts?
So my partner handles that side of the business, sales. He's a beast. But up until now, it's been a lot of just cold calling and, being able to fulfill a need that seemed to be there in a marketplace. We have a few different types of corporate accounts. One of them is, which is probably the most dominant one, is schools. We're able to accommodate, like I said, just from our throughput standpoint, schools during lunch. Here in New Jersey, schools do pizza once a week. It's pretty standard. Some schools do offer it every day. And all those pies are going in within a period of 2 hours or whatever it may be, like between the different lunch times. So the market was very segmented when we came in. We saw a big opportunity there. That's actually one of the points that, like, segued us into, like, all right, how do we, like, really produce a lot of volume, like, within a certain amount of time, right? And really build out these ovens and whatnot. Right now, they'll go to different pizzerias. There's towns that there's this one town we just picked up a contract with, but they ordered from Domino's because Domino's is the only one that could fulfill that many pizzas. And the Domino's that could do it was a few towns over, like, in different territories, and they couldn't deliver because the franchising, borders and whatnot. And, the school would actually go and pick up the pizza. So, what we saw is the market's very segmented. Schools are really struggling with pizzerias being able to do it on time, right? That's a critical component to pizza lunch. It has to be there on time. Slices cut evenly. So we started seeing some of these opportunities and tackling that market. And between word of mouth, that part of the business has really grown very, very quickly. And then corporate accounts, right, like trampoline parks, birthday party venues, car dealerships that order regularly. These are